Hey, welcome back to this part three of our series of building a intelligent voice agent. Today we are going to understand what are the core challenge of constructing real-time voice agent. Let's explore the challenges and how to build a fascinating and formidable voice agent. The major challenge is latency. So it's not about just speed, it's about creating a seamless conversational experience. The journey from the user's spoken word to the agent response involve speech to text and language model processing and text to speech. So this is a pipeline when you consider and how you're going to create a audio input or text output and how your uh, LMs is generating a meaningful responses is a major key, and how that text to speech is going back into the audible speech wave. So each microsecond counts here. The goal is to achieve a response time that feels um, and not kind of like illusion of like the robotic voice. It's more like conversational, natural conversation going to happen, and how spontaneously it's going to happening here. The role of large language models here, it's having the brain of voice agent. It's interrupt the user input and understand the context and generate the appropriate responses. However, there are some challenges, but latency optimization you can do with help of maintaining a small LLM to the how fast it's gonna answer the dialogue way of it. Like choosing a right communication protocol is key here. Building the low latency and latency less voice agent. So TCP is reliable, but it can introduce you the latency due to error checking mechanism. But when it comes to UDP, which is like user datagram protocol, and it's faster and it's forget that certain checks into the one, and it's suitable for the time sensitive applications where like time is major concern for us. For a real time voice communication, UDP is often preferred for lower latency. So despite having the trade-off in reliability, the TCP transmission control protocol is good, but to build the real-time low latency, which we have to go with UDP. And WebRTC, the web real-time communication, is a game changer. It's an open source framework. So it's built to the peer-to-peer communication, reduce the latency, enhance the user experience. The key benefits are low latency, peer-to-peer architecture, and it's minimize the server load and have the potential bottleneck and cross-platform compatibility. So that allow UDP to work great here. So the WebRTC is going to allow to have the mobile and your web to communicate to your private cloud or a hybrid cloud infra under the hood of UDP. That's allow you to be communicate to the large language models. The backend coordination is more critical here. So while WebRTC is handle the client side communication, the backend require the robust protocol to manage the data exchange. It's about like WebSocket. So WebSockets provide a full duplex communication channels over the single TCP connections that allow us to have a real-time data exchange between the client and servers. That means like the LLMs and speech to text and text to speech, which and the multimodals will have the keep on the data exchanging stream is always been available with the help of like web socket. So it's a combination of the TCP and UDP protocol under the hood, which we are going to using the open source frameworks for WebRTC and WebSocket to build more robust voice agents. And the building the pipeline from voice to response, streamlined pipelines are major crucial. And audio capture, how the user speaks and what is the rate of the user speaks, and how we have to convert that into the text, and how long its element needs to be taken to the analysis and formulate the response, whether the few packets are getting lost, and how we are gonna identify the loss and how LLM has to be processed that, and whether these LLMs are processing information in a real time or not. So validate it with the other agentic LLMs, how accurate the response are going to be, and how friendly conversation is coming for your text to speech, and deliver the real time audio responses, playbacks to the customers. That's how you have to do it. And my next session, I'm gonna explore into like how a real-time voice agent is being built, and I'm gonna show that capabilities of that. Later on, I'm gonna show you how we are gonna integrate this all these three things together, and how we are gonna build a robust voice agent for enterprise solutions. Thanks for watching it. Please like and subscribe for my channel for more AI contents.